Morning. It's the 18th of December 2020. It's the last day of trading in 2020 for me. Won't be coming back until the new year, but it's also quadruple witch day. And if you don't know what that means, that's okay. It just means that on the third Friday of every month of the end of the quarters, March, June, September, December, it's the expiration of single stock options, futures, stock index options, and futures. So a lot of money going to be a lot of positions closing, expiring, rolling over contracts, that kind of thing. So it could get volatile today, or it could be some whipsaw price action. But let's see what is going on in the forex markets. Starting with euro. Euro's broken out of this 122.55 to 75 area. Nice breakout on Wednesday. Some follow through on Thursday out of this previous resistance of 2018's 122.15, and a continuation of this uptrend. You can see the fast moving average doing this job here. Found some support on Wednesday, and it caught a bid and it managed to continue this nice uptrend in the euro. Although on an hourly chart it's a little bit more choppy, especially through this consolidation zone. But let's see what happens today. Do we retrace and retest this 122.15 or 121.75 area before continuing the trend, or do we come and test this trend line, the support around 121, 121.25? I can't see us getting all the way down there today, especially on the third Friday of this month. We're probably just going to consolidate, or maybe I would say chop between 122.15 and yesterday's high. We've already tested today's high. Let's have a quick look at the hourly chart. See what's going on. Yeah, a lot of these moves have happened overnight, just kind of like grinded out higher. This is kind of like whipsaw price action, which happened with the Fed the other day. We had the Bank of England on Thursday as well. So lots of fundamental stuff, obviously Brexit talks and stuff like that, which is going to get in the way. But as you can see, this is the high put in over towards the end of yesterday's session and overnight. And it looks like we found a little bit of a bounce of this area here around 122.40. Let's see if this can hold today. It closed below that on the hourly, and I think we come back to 122.15 or above this level. Might hang around the highs, but not expecting fireworks today. Cables found some resistance of this kind of messy trend line. We were unable to close above that yesterday, and now we are rotating lower in towards this September the 1st high of 134.80, which was also resistance here. Let's see if that can become support now for another push higher. I've spoken about this monthly close is important. If we can close above 135, then it looks like we put in a new high, a new high on the monthly chart, and it could mean that cable or the pound recovers some of its losses over the last 10 years. I'll just quickly show you that. Yeah, as you can see, these we've put in this kind of bottom here on 135 on cable around 119, and this one down below 115 with a close back inside around 125. So people starting to buy the pounds, and this is the first obstacle in its way, this 135 area. So a close above that, and I think we can start to push higher. But first target be 143, and then sky's the limit really. But this is the first obstacle at the end of December. The close of this month is very important, I think. But on the daily, we've checked that out. Let's have a look at the hour. What's going to happen today? Looks like we found a bit of resistance here, 135.50. Bit of a 2-bar reversal here to continue this this kind of small downtrend after this big uptrend. If I think I'd be entering short after this candle for a hope of a test down to 134.83. So that's my trade that's on at the moment. All right, UY, seen continued dollar weakness in UJ over the second half of this year. Let's go look at the daily first. Sorry. Yeah, I've been talking about these lower highs that have been put in, and we've also formed this kind of channel also where we seem to have caught a bid around big round number 103 yesterday, and since then this seems to have attracted a lot of buyers. First resistance will be this double or triple bottom here of 103.65 ish. This area, which it seems that UJ is almost there already. And I think a close above that will then expose the top of this weird looking descending trend channel wedge type pattern, and also this double top, which looks likely to be tested after this. After today, let's see where we close, of course, but a close inside this 103.65 area, and I think I like the look at that test of that the resistance of that channel. I've entered long here. I'll do the review later, so you'll be able to see. This would be my stop, looking to achieve 1R somewhere up here around 103.70 area. So might end up taking profit around that 103.65, depending on what happens when we get there. But it looks like the bulls have started to take control, and we see a nice uptrend forming, some resistance here, and then after this 2-bar reversal, it looks like we're going to get there. So, but anything can happen. I've said that before, and don't count your chickens. Let's have a look at GJ. It's just quite tough to trade these EJ and GJ, especially with this dollar weakness, or these dollar pairs moving. EJ and GJ just get pulled apart. As you can see, the resistance is pretty clear on this pair. We tested it yesterday, 140.35 area, which has been acted as resistance 5, 6, 7 times. We failed to close above it, so I think a close above 140.75. Let's get that right. Yeah, 140.80 area, close above that, and we'll look to test this September, the first high, but extremely difficult to trade these J crosses, especially when the dollar's pulling the euro and pound in the pound and the yen in different directions. This can get pretty choppy. So as you can see here, let's have a look at EJ. EJ's got this huge breakout after being stuck in this sideways range. It's breaking out this morning. I entered long here because this failed breakout. I've been saying that this looks like a failure pattern. We didn't even come down to retest the support of the range, and we continue to grind higher the last 2 days. and it looks like we're getting this breakout now, looking to target 127. I think I would have made target already actually, which is pretty good start to the morning. On the daily, let's have a look. Where could we be going to? Looks like this will be the first part of resistance, 127. So big round number 127. Keep your eye on that if we get there, and above that 127.56, which is also resistance. Might have to look on the weekly for the next resistance areas. Yeah, I've got this resistance lined up 127.50 ish. 56, but it's acted as a support. You can see here a number of times, and resistance. So quite an important level, and looks like we could target that should we break above this high here. It looks like a nice breakout in EJ. Aussie dollar. Since breaking out of this descending triangle, nice clear breakout, and the uptrend's been pretty strong, not really catching a breath at all. These small kind of type ranges have been good, but the breakouts have been clear, and we've got some nice follow through on this move at the moment. We need to go to the weekly to have a look where we're heading next. So maybe this resistance, or up here, 81.250. I've also got marked up these levels, 78 and 77, 77.50. Let's have a look at what these are for. Yeah, it's just previous historically important patterns, support and resistance areas, excuse me. As you can see, they've had some reaction in the past here, support, and also resistance. So, and just looking for areas where the market can stop, but maybe this is going to be the first point. So I'll just draw this horizontal line. Yes, 76, 76 seems to be important on AU. Look back at the daily. If we start to sell off here, oh God, the bell's gone. Excuse me, 2 seconds. Hello? Hi, mate. I'll open the door. Can you just leave it inside, please? Thank you. Delivery, Christmas stuff. Pick that up in a bit. Yeah, if we get a rotation lower, then possibly this. Let's delete this range. Yeah, this trend channel might form. It looks like it caused some support here, although it's a little bit messy. So if we get a rotation lower, then I expect this this trend line to be tested as a support, or but I can't really see us moving much further this year. Might be wrong, but it's unlikely that we're gonna see a lot of movement over Christmas and stuff. But anything could happen, obviously. UC starting to look like it's catching a bid now. If we have a look at the hourly chart, I've spoken a lot of about UC on previous daily videos. You can see these lows starting to attract some buyers. The bulls have tried once, they tried twice, maybe 3 times here, all rejected by the bears. But it looks like yesterday we might have found the bottom, and we've seen a nice push higher here. So, but this is all kind of consolidating. It's just the bulls and bears prodding each other's defenses to see who's going to blink first. So I got my eye on this 127.6 or 127.70 area. and then above that 127.82 as resistance, or the lines in the sand for the bears. We've also broken out of this trend line, which seemed to be important. But as you can see, got a bit choppy around it the day before, or Wednesday, and then and today. Let's see what happens if we can close above 128-ish maybe. Then might see a fight back for the Bulls early part of next year. EA, I talked about this support area yesterday. Um, it's been support for the majority of the year, and it looks like we tried to break below it yesterday, and we're having a bit of a fight back here. So a bit of a tight range. Let's see if we can close above this 162, and then perhaps we go and test the top end of this range as being resistance for the whole year. But a bit messy. If should we find some resistance at this tight range, then I think this breakout will follow through. I always like these kind of pin bars, which don't look that strong. If it closed like this, then that is a better signal to me. But this kind of trap, depending on what happens around this area, this is a previous support and turn resistance. Should we get a test here and then come back to these lows, and I think this support, this pin bar will fail, and then there'll be some stops under here that we can try and run. If you look at the hour, yeah, you can see we've had this 2-bar reversal put in here on this kind of resistance. So let's see what happens around this area. This is the breakout area. So let's see if we get some rotation back down towards these lows after testing this previous resistance in EA. But eyes on 161.50, and then above that 160.180 for euro against the Aussie. Gold's been catching a bid. We've broken this trend line that I've been on about, and it looks as though this trend channel resistance is going to be tested in the coming days to see what happens here. If this is a small range of bar on a Friday, then gold might be pushed higher through the Christmas period, when volumes are low, people might try and manipulate it while traders are away, or maybe after Boxing Day. You might see some nice moves in gold. Support areas 1863 and 1850. There's been important in the past, or even below that. Look for this trend line to act as support. If we get a test on the upside of it, failing that, then this is seemed to be where gold caught a bid around 1821, 1829, around that area. So yeah, I'm looking at those levels of support and resistance. But in my opinion, I think gold goes and test this trend channel resistance before coming back to this 1850 area. But let's see what happens. FTSE is a bit choppy for me, so I'm not going to talk about that. And I got some trades on and run out of time. But anyway, hope you have a good session. Catch you later.